I'll be running this show for you guys, Dungeons and Dragons 5th Edition, Tales from the Yawning Portal. We'll go ahead and we'll go through, we'll introduce the other players. We have 3 currently. 4th will be joining us very shortly. Tyler, why don't you go first? Anton. Perfect. Thank you so much, Tyler. Sean.
Oh, it's me. Hi, I'm Sean, Space Lord Pajamas on the internet, and I run Space Lord's Awesome Adventures, which we just did. And yeah, I've been gaming for a long time. Love RPGs. Really love rolling dice. So yeah, I'm excited to be doing another game. Haven't I'm not DMing this time. Yay, cool. So I'm actually playing a Tabaxi Monk, which is broken apparently, and so this should be fun. He is named Sprouting Hops after my cat, which Steve loves. And yeah, he once worked in a brewery, a distillery with some dwarves, brewed some really nasty shit, and was called Sprouting Hops of the Vile Brew, and sent out to try to figure out how to actually become a brewmeister. And he seeks to brew the August brew and become the greatest brewmeister ever. So we'll see how that happens.
Perfect. And Dwayne.
My turn. Yay. Hi, guys. My name is Dwayne, known as Made of Kimchi on the internet. God, I don't even know how long I've been playing role-playing games, but I love them all just as Tyler does. It looks like our 4th player's here. I will be playing Vessel, the crap, what am I playing?
Warforged.
Yeah,
We play too many games.
I have
Good
a
start,
character
good
sheet.
start.
I'm just gonna hit buttons.
Yes, I'm playing a Warforged cleric, nature cleric at that, which makes it all the more cool. I took this concept kind of from Calibretto from the game Battle Chasers, which is a really cool game. You guys should play it. But pretty much I came from Eberron, and I'm now in the Forgotten Realms, seeking solace away from those who would use my parts for their own pleasures. In my seclusion, I met a god that instilled powers upon me for protecting the little creatures of the forest. Now I am seeking adventure and a meaning to life with my fellow adventurers.
Awesome. And our 4th was able to join us. Perfect timing, Tiffany. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your character. Oh, I think you're on mute. Sorry.
Oh, yep, looks like you're muted.
It just can't handle my awesomeness. That's fine. Okay, so my name is Tiffany. I'm 4'8". I like long walks. Oh, wait, wrong thing. Sorry. Again, my name is Tiffany. I am very excited to try this. I try to do like a new character like every game, so this is definitely going to be a new experience for me. In this one, I absolutely love role-playing games. A good example, like honestly, I think Dragon Age Inquisition is my all-time favorite role-playing game. Like I literally have logged over 320 hours in the single playthrough. That's how much like I absolutely like. I love that game series. It's just so good. But my character I'm going to be playing is Omri Dura of the Handblade. She is a half-orc, and she is also going to be a barbarian. She's kind of like grew up with this whole mentality of like, oh, I'm part orc, I've got to be an orc, I've got to and then her mom, human, is just like showing her that she doesn't have to always be all punchy and hitty things all the time. So she's trying to explore a humanistic side of herself, and so that's why she's kind of branching off from her tribe and her village and going off and trying to discover herself, as many people who are not quite world how they often do. And that's just where she's going.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you all so much. Excited to play with these characters. So, really quick, we talked about me, we talked about the players. Let's talk about the game. So, as mentioned, we are playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition Tales from the Yawning Portal, which is this beautiful little book. This book is not specifically designed to necessarily be one giant campaign. Instead, it is a series of dungeons from the long history of Dungeons & Dragons. Now, while not being specifically designed to be a campaign, it can easily act as one, and that's what we're going to go ahead and do with this show going forward. We'll be playing through the entire book in order, as each dungeon has been curated to help advance the party enough from dungeon to dungeon. So that means when you finish Dungeon 1, you're at the appropriate level to play Dungeon 2, and so on and so forth throughout the entire book. So this is an amazing supplement. It's an amazing way to jump in. It's a really, really good book. So with that, we've got traps, random encounters, and more traps. We're excited to bring you some very classic Dungeons & Dragons action. So, with that all having been said, a few quick notes for the players. This is a dungeon crawl. That's why we're going to make it a little bit different from the other things that we're playing. We're really focusing in on the dungeon crawling aspect of Dungeons & Dragons and show that out. Which means your placement on maps is highly important. If your character ends up on a square and that square has something that happens when you're on it, I'm going to make that happen. So just keep that in mind as you're moving through the dungeon, talking about perceptions, looking for traps, where monsters kind of come into play, things like that. So just keep that in mind. We'll try to keep it as orderly as possible. Just keep your positioning to each other in mind, things like that. So, all right, and with that, we will jump into it. So,
Yeah.
right. Okay, so the Yawning Portal. The Yawning Portal is one of the most famous taverns in all of Dungeons & Dragons. It is amidst the bustle of Waterdeep within the castle ward. It is built around a well that heads down into Undermountain. Sometimes people will take the rope down into Undermountain and attempt to travel far into the realms and see if they can bring back any treasures or unique items, things of that nature. But ultimately, most people are willing to just come to the Yawning Portal to brush elbows with adventurers and hear stories of great deeds and far-off places of horrors and monsters and adventure. Over the past several weeks, you've all taken your first step into the life of an adventurer. You've not quite hit that first big job, though. You're ready to jump in there, but with no real connections, with no real ability to take that first step, you haven't really been successful. And a few weeks ago, you kind of found each other at the Yawning Portal for the first time, and you got together. And you'll take out jobs as a unit. That way, you can take things that you might not be able to do alone, and start making that name for yourself. Start building up that party reputation, because that's the way things work here. You find your party, you find people you trust, and you go out and you do these things. So, on a cold winter day at Yawning Portal, you sit together by the fire, drinking ale, keeping yourself warm. Behind the bar, you see the same person you see every single day you come to the Yawning Portal. You know him as Dernan. He looks like that. He's very gruff. You can tell he's very cold to people. He pours out ale and he listens to people's stories and he laughs. Sure, you've got that going for you. Just as long as you stand on your own two legs and pay for your drink, it's fine to stay here. As you go through that, the hustle and bustle comes through. It's not a very busy day at the Yawning Portal this time, and you start to hear rumors, and you start to see a couple of people gathering around a table as an old man with a cloak is bunched up. Some people kind of look at him and they shake their heads. They kind of nod him off and they leave, and he's sitting there just disheveled, he doesn't know what to do. He's kind of got his cloak pulled down and he's just so cold, and he's just we're never gonna find them. Never gonna find them. And you can overhear him muttering to himself that they're never gonna find them.
Vessel gets up from the table. He walks over. He gives the guy a big hug and he goes, "It's okay."
Oh, oh my. Oh my. Sorry.
Pats him on the head.
Well, you're a sight. You got a little dirt on you. He kind of brushes off where some moss is creeped up between your armor plating.
No, I live with it.
Okay. Hi. Are you? I'm sorry. Are you here? Are you here to help? Are you here to hear about the job?
Job?
I can't convince anybody to help. I need help. We need help. Our town needs help.
I like to help. Talk to the kitty.
You do? You can help?
Talk to the kitty.
There's a...
I appear out of nowhere with my arm around the other side of him. Job, you say? It's okay,
my.
you'll be okay. I squeeze his shoulder like you do to be friendly while I check his pockets.
Why you check his pockets? Okay. Give me just a quick sleight of hand.
There's no way this will start out the campaign terribly.
No, not at all.
Off to a running start.
Anytime. There we go. 16.
Okay. You do a quick pat down of his pockets. He's got barely a few silver pieces in there. He doesn't look like a very rich man. He's not carrying the money of a rich man, but if you want to swipe with the 16, you definitely can.
This was informational only.
Okay.
I guide him over the table the whole time talking soothingly.
Oh, thank you. And again, he pulls his thin cloak as tight as he can. Just doesn't seem to be able to overshake the cold. And he sits down at the table next to you, and he's like, "Oh, there's a whole group of you. Oh, you all look so capable, so adventurous." He looks at the Warforged and the Tabaxi, looks at the half orc. Yes, adventurous.
Baxi looks
I
over
don't
at
like
Danton.
your tone, mister.
Ooh.
What do you mean by adventurous? You got a problem with me?
This one says gives 2-to-1 odds that she eats him.
This fine gentleman, my good friends, that I've known forever, might have a job for us that pays.
Leans over closer to Danton.
Did you do the thing?
I did. Then I thieves can't you, which I always do, even though I know you have no idea what I'm saying.
He kind of looks at the two of you talking the thieves' cant, and he's just like, And he looks back at Omri, and he's just like, no problem, I'm so sorry. I don't leave home a lot, and we just need help, and maybe you can do that. Can you help me? Looking right at Omri.
Fine. Just watch your manners, mister.
Anything.
It'll be okay, Omri. I'll take care of this. I'll soothe things over. Danton. Or Durnan, sorry. Durnan! A mug of your finest, cheapest ale for the lady.
Right up. And he goes, he pours it out, puts it on the counter, does not walk it over to you, and he's like, "You can come get it and you can pay."
This
Harsh.
one does not wish for him to die, so I will pay.
Goes over, grabs the ale, brings it back, gives it to her. He also bought another one and gave it to the old dude.
Oh, thank you. And he takes a very small sip, and he's just like, oh, warms the bones. It's so
She
cold
chugs it.
here." Oh,
Omri just takes her drink and just chugs it like it's water.
he looks at his drink to try to maybe chug it, and then he immediately is like, no, and takes this one more very small sip. It's like, okay, much better. Oh, that's quite a lot. So are you interested in helping?
Please relay your problem.
Thank you.
And the terms of compensation.
And so we'll get to that. Well, maybe we should lead with that.
No. This one suggests you lead with that.
So I cannot pay you.
This one is not interested.
Oh, that's what everyone else said too. Okay, I
What would
understand.
our incentive be then?
Well, you're adventurers. You would adventure, right?
Venture does not buy coin.
I understand.
Oh, kitty. And I scratch him behind the ear. This one will do it.
You don't even know what he wants. What if he wants you to slay colossal dragon like last time?
You've slayed a dragon?
No, someone
A
hired
real
him to
dragon?
before he knew what the job was. We had to recant the acceptance of that proposal.
I see. I've never seen a dragon.
Neither has he, stare pointedly at Vessel.
No, I would not ask you to do anything. I can't say that actually. I'm sorry. No, it would be very dangerous. That's partially why I'm here. I'm from a nearby village. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's pretty small. It's called Oakhurst. I'm just one of the people that live there, and we've gone out looking for as much help as we can. We have a problem. We have a horrible problem.
Yes, you're broke. What's your other problem?
So we have goblins. Goblins that live nearby. They live nearby in a place. It's been called the Sunless Citadel for as long as anyone can remember, but it's just a name. No one knows. We don't really know why. But these goblins, they're not terrible actually. They've lived there for a long time, and we do our thing, and it just seems to be going okay for the most part. And they even bring a piece of fruit every midsummer. It's magical. It's magical.
This one is interested again.
Goblins. These are the small, squishy green creatures.
I've never felt them to know if they're squishy or not. They seem to have
They're
scales.
squishy.
So you're saying these
I've
goblins
squished one between my thighs before.
blink.
Oh my.
So you're saying these goblins have magic fruit in their lost citadel full of possible riches. My face betrays nothing, but my fingers twitch.
I don't know what's in the Citadel. No one does. No one goes there. Well, no one did go there until recently. Well, and that's part of the problem. So, for about the last little over 10 years now, they've been bringing us the fruit, and they always sell a single piece of it to whoever can muster up enough money throughout the year to buy it. If you eat this piece of fruit, like I said, it's magical. Magic. I've never seen magic before, but it can heal you if you're sick or if you're hurt. Everyone tries to get it every year, and they only sell one piece. Well, we can only, in about a year, we can maybe raise 40, 50 whole gold pieces. And what they, they'll go to buy it. Now, here's where it gets really weird. Sometimes we'll take the seeds. We've tried it a few times now. And, we want to see if we can grow these apples because the healing properties, they're so wonderful. But the trees, they grow really, really odd, like just tangles and tangles of brush. They never actually grow into anything. But then it gets even weirder. The goblins steal the trees back. One day they'll be there. We go to bed, and then they're gone.
Goblins stealing trees? No good.
No, we can't figure it out. We assume it's the goblins. The trees are just gone one morning. No matter where we plant them, no matter what we do, no matter what. Tangle of weeds, brush, and then gone.
I mean, this one imagines they use a shovel.
So, obviously there's more to it than this, because you said something's changed. Get to the good part.
Well,
Is there a princess to rescue, a rich one?
well,
I mean helpless.
No,
That's-
you had it right first. Reach.
so recently they decided they would see if they could go find out what's going on
They?
at the Citadel. Yeah, the town put together a group of our local heroes, and they went to go check it out. And yeah, they went over a month ago. They've not come back.
They're dead.
So they failed.
No, they can't be dead. They're just the goblins may have them, or they're lost. What if they're lost?
Denton.
I lean towards Sprouting Hops. Has no one
this
told
one
this
will
guy
take your
goblins
bet.
eat people?
No,
Not our
Two to one.
goblins.
2-1. They're still alive.
I'll take that bet. We shake.
So there were 4 people total, and they were led by our greatest local heroes, brother and sister, Talgan and Sharwin Herkiel. Talgan is great with a sword, and Sharwin knows just a little bit of magic. I've never seen them do it personally, but I hear great things. They're part of a big merchant family there in Oakhurst. Kirwin is their mother, and she wants her kids back. So like I said, I can't pay you, but we've gone out and we're trying to find any help that we can. And if you talk with Carolyn, maybe you can work something out with them.
I sigh heavily. I look at the rest of you. We might as well. We're never going to hear the end of it from the robot because of the trees. Either way.
This is. Oh, you know what? This would be a good chance for him to see the trees.
The trees are important.
Omri hasn't been able to smash anything into splinters and mush in a while.
Not like I got anything better to do.
Well, this one is convinced. Let's go.
So you'll help.
We'll find out what's going on. If they're alive, we'll bring them back. We get everything we find, except the people.
I mean, we bring them back in bags if we
And
have.
you can have one apple.
I just need your help. I can't. I'm not in a position to make those kind of deals. I say you can have anything you want down there. I've never been able to afford the apple.
This one would like what you said in writing. And everything? Like
I can't
the
write.
town? You can't write.
Suddenly, I'm behind him. There's a pen in his hand, and I'm guiding his hand on parchment.
I don't. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not. I can't give you access. Like I'm just. If we just. I mean,
As an
okay.
authority
Come on,
figure
they sent
of
you
the
out here to
town.
find us. Obviously, you're important enough to get permission.
I guess we should
Just
talk to this
Say
lady.
yes.
They just sent me out because I think I just might be expendable enough to not make it back.
Where
Can
might
I
we?
intimidate him to just say yes?
You're gonna try to intimidate him to say yes to signing over the town to you guys?
Yes.
Give me the intimidate, sure.
16.
That worked.
He's like, you know what? Sure. You seem like good enough people, and if you make it back out, I don't see why not.
High five, Dora. Ooh.
I have him sign the parchment, which is blank. I'll fill in the rest later.
He scribbles nothing even close to a name because he can't write. Um,
For all he
And-
knows, he did write his name.
and
Where might we find the female part of yourself?
I'm sorry.
This one suggests that you rephrase that question.
Your female companion. Where might her location be?
I don't have a companion. I came here alone.
That one is referring to the rich lady.
Oh, the rich lady. No, yes, absolutely. Sharwin, I'm so sorry. Sharwin, yeah. No. Kirwin. Kirwin, she's back in Oakhurst. She can't leave town in case her children come back. She won't leave. That's why we've all come out to help. We like to help each other back home. We're a very close-knit community.
Ah.
I can respect that. We're pretty close back home, too.
I whisper this to Sprouted Hops.
Meow.
Perfect. So you'll come back with me?
Sure.
We will follow.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Well, it's a bit cold this evening, but maybe we can leave in the morning?
Morning. Early afternoon.
I don't sleep.
Oh. That's...
You got a wagon? If you got a wagon, I can nap on the ride.
I can pull the wagon.
No wagon, I'm sorry. No,
Right,
we
so
walked-
we'll meet you around lunchtime.
After lunch.
It's a bit of a walk back to Oakhurst. Maybe we should start... Well, you know what? You're the adventurers. You know what you're doing. I'll meet you here tomorrow.
Hey, I only got one question for you.
Yeah.
You gonna
yeah.
finish that beer?
Oh no, I couldn't possibly.
She takes it and chugs it.
And at least 3 of us at this table get sloshed now.
Yes.
All right.
Vessel just sits in sentry mode, just staring.
Mm. Perfect. So the random townsperson who came looking for help back in Oakhurst runs off to wherever it is he goes at night. And yes, he's told you about Oakhurst and the Sunless Citadel, and he is very happy to have your assistance going back.
I don't know if happy is quite the correct word.
We will meet up with him in the morning.
In the
Second morning.
Second morning.
Morning 2.
Morning dos.
Dernan looks at the 4 of you over the course of the night, and he kind of like looks and he nods just a little bit. And he 4 new adventurers who've never gone on a job before. He's just like, good luck. Keep your heads on straight, or just on.
Are you saying I'm gonna lose my head? How dead? Omra doesn't like the assumption that he thinks she's not gonna make it.
But that
No,
one said.
Dernan has like almost no reaction. He's just like, hey, I know a lot of people don't have their heads no more.
I thank him for his I thank him for wishing us good luck, and then I charmingly smile at him and flirt a little before I leave.
Ooh la la.
He welcomes your advances for maybe a sentence or two, and he's just like, you know what? You go out there, you show that you can take care of yourself. Come on back. Maybe I'll give you a free drink once in a while.
You got it. Charming smile. Then on the way
Flirting.
out, I'm flirting with Omri, like I always do.
She just stands there. It's like whatever. She
Let's
doesn't
do
take it
this.
seriously.
So you get your last good night's rest before heading off to the Sunless Citadel in the morning. Nothing crazy happens. You're in a pretty safe part of town. Nothing more than a few bar brawls, which are immediately broken up. It's a pretty, for being an adventurer's hall, it's pretty respectable. No one wants to get sent down the well without a way to get back up. So you meet up with the townsperson in the morning, and he's like, I can lead you back to Oakhurst, no problem. Take maybe a day to get there. And he takes you off, you make the pass. It's very cold here. It's in the dead of winter that they rushed out to do this. As the adventure group has been missing now for over a month.
Over a month.
Yeah.
Definitely alive.
Along the way, Sprouting Hops and I hammer out the terms of our bet. If half of them are alive, neither of us get any money.
What if they're alive?
If they're undead, we break even. Somewhere in the middle.
Deal.
But if they are mostly dead,
If they're alive when we find them, and they die before we get them out, I'll pay you half.
Deal.
So the day goes by relatively uneventful. It's a pretty clear path from the town the Yawning Portal is in to Oakhurst. There's a major road that goes through. It's pretty well patrolled, so there's not much of a chance of bandits or a random encounter. You're staying on a pretty cleared out traveling road. So after several hours, basically one full day of travel, you get into Oakhurst pretty late into the evening. And the town's villagers is like, we've made it, we're here. Welcome to Oakhurst. It's a town. Like I said, we look out for each other here, and
It's it's town.
and he's just like, do you think you can see your way around town, or do you want the tour?
Just point out the rich lady's house.
The rich lady's house, I see. Okay. So, as I mentioned, Kirwin, she's the big trader, merchant here in town, so she owns the general store over there on the far side of town. That's all
Thanks.
you want?
Thanks, old timer.
Oh,
make our way over.
okay. Thank you again. Good luck. Good luck.
Omri she looked at the dude. Thanks, tiny man, and just follows the others.
He walks away holding his neck.
Remember, Omri, they're flesh. They're weak, squishy.
I like squishy.
So, you're gonna go to the general store specifically and to talk with Kirwin?
Yes.
Yes.
Attempting to make Vessel laugh at jokes the whole way.
Does Vessel laugh? So, you make your way down to the general store. As I mentioned, it's early evening, so after just it's a day's travel. So when you get there, the sun is set, but everyone's not quite gone to bed just yet. You can see a few lights are on inside of the general store. who would like to approach the door?
Me.
Oh shit.
Omri.
Me too. The back door.
Okay, so Omri goes up to the front door. I assume you knock, or are you looking through a window? How are you approaching this?
She does the cop knock with like a whole like side of the fist banging on the door.
Oh,
Hey lady, I got a question for you.
you hear someone kind of like stand up really quick, and you can tell like it's audibly clear you've startled somebody inside. And you see like a very thin curtain at the side window kind of like opens, and someone looks out and closes again, and kind of like opens the wooden door. I'm sorry, can I help you?
That's the wrong
Yeah.
way to address her.
We're closed for the evening, I apologize.
At least you got manners. I heard your kids are missing and you're looking for people to find them or something.
And her face like lights up. Wait, you're here about Taligan and Sharwin?
Sure.
We are adventurers.
Oh, adventures. Okay, please. And she opens the door a little fully. Tyler, what is Danton doing?
Goes around the back. If there's a way in, finds it, and then walks in on them from the rear eating some cheese. Some of her cheese.
No problem. No, there's definitely a back door. This is a combination kind of general store and where she lives. So you're able to, it's not challenging at all. For you to slip through the back door, grab some cheese she has laying out, and she's just like, "Oh, thank you all for coming in." And right as you're walking in with that sort of like smearing it on something, probably.
Yes. I hand him to Sprouting Hops.
And she stops, like, I'm sorry. Are there more of you?
You
Ma'am.
know why people like cheese?
Cheese can be a tasty snack.
You have a lot of fine things in this place, ma'am. I took a quick look. This is good. Because we're for hire.
Oh. Yes. Your associate said that you were here about Talgan and Sharwin and their missing friends.
Sure.
Okay.
What
Oh,
did you
perfect.
just call me?
Associate?
It
Got
means
my eye on you, lady.
An associate.
So she kind of stands up straight and she's like, yes. So, and she kind of like collects herself. So yeah. So you're adventurers and you're here. I assume looking for work. Is that correct?
pay, yes.
We wish to help.
Perfect. Thank you. Yes. Excellent. So, how much do you know? What's been told to you?
There is an apple. There are goblins. Your people disappeared about a month ago. And there's trees. Goblins come shovel them up, take them back. And you want for us to go down and get your children.
That's fairly concise. That's not bad.
So, my friend Danton here would like to talk terms.
Oh, yes. Okay. Understandable. No, I completely understand. And what is your price?
And I would like to charm the pants off this lady and get a good price.
Okay. Give me just like a persuasion.
Oh, natural 20!
Ooh.
That's a damn good price.
It's offer.
She's like, normally I would try to make sure that I'm getting the best possible deal. I didn't make it to my position here in Oakhurst just giving things away, but I want my children back, or I want to know what's happened to them, and I'm willing to make that happen in any way possible. So, with that being the case, I can offer you the full 100% salvage rights to anything you find in your search for them. And if you bring them back, if you can bring back their signet rings, I can pay 125 gold pieces each. And if they're alive, you bring them back to me. I'll double it.
My face betrays nothing, but my fingers twitch. Sold.
Okay.
Now remember, Vessel, this one had chat with you and discussed how you have no need for money.
One more thing, ma'am. Beds and dinner for the night, perhaps.
I can do that. If you're willing to go look for my children, I can feed and bed you for the evening.
I whip out the standard contract that isn't standard at all, but it is for me. Indemnification.
Perhaps we can keep contracts out of this for one night of bedding and a little stew.
Oh no, the contract is for the deal, not for the meal and the bed.
Okay, no problem. If you feel that's necessary. She'll go over just to make sure, like as long as needed to make sure. But she's willing to completely,
Capitulate, yes.
yes, to her terms. She's not going to haggle or try to lower that price at all.
Is she a handsome lady?
She's, not particularly, but not by any means like unhandsome.
Okay. Light flirting will commence for the evening then.
She is a bit too broken up by the loss of her 2 children to return any of the flirtations.
Is she?
So she keeps like a she tries to keep like a air of not superiority, but obviously like respect to her. She's like the major merchant and the major money person in this relatively small town and area, and so she has a certain demeanor to her, but at the same time you can tell she's pretty broken up by the loss of her children. And, and she'll tell you a little bit about it, that they want her to go down into the Sunless Citadel, see what's going on, find out what these goblins are doing. They've never had a problem with the goblins directly, except the fact that they are coming and stealing these trees that we're trying to find out. They have this magic apple, and we want to find out what it does. Or how they have it specifically.
Was it just the 2 of them?
It was 2 of them, and they found 2 other adventurers to help them, but I didn't know who those 2 people were. But there were 4 total. Unfortunately, I hope the other 2 are okay, but I'm only concerned about my children.
Can Vessel search his memory banks for like any, I guess, what his time spent in the forest with nature, any knowledge of these magical brutes?
So for this specific thing, the thing that you're kind of what they're relaying to you, there's just nothing else like this you've ever heard of. Whatever this is, it is unique to this area and to this specific place. And because they're just like this apple will come in and it will, like, if you take a bite of this apple, the healing properties are great.
And it turned me into a real boy.
That, unfortunately, I have no answer to, as we have not had the opportunity to try that with anyone of your stature.
What does that mean? Are you making fun of my friend?
I don't believe so. No.
Got my eye on you, lady.
Omri, have more cheese.
She takes like the whole wheel, like the whole cheese wheel, just a giant bite out of it.
Would you like a cheese knife?
That's disgusting.
That tiny thing? Nah, I'm good. Takes another big giant bite.
I see. Well, if anyone else would like to partake, she kind of like points and adjusts the cheese knife for everyone to knife around Omri's giant bite mark. She says, "Please, help yourself. Have yourself a good night's rest. In the morning, you can look throughout the town if you need to. Um, ask around for any additional information that you might have, or might want, or anything you might want to check out. Otherwise, she kind of she can point you in the direction of the Sunless Citadel.
Okay.
And she's the merchant, right?
She is the merchant. She owns the general store.
After she retires for the night, I wander around and make sure we're equipped.
Okay. Yeah, you have all the basic like the starting gear and adventuring gear you had to build your character out. Yeah, she has like a lot of her stuff locked up. So at night just to make sure. But yeah.
Vessel will attempt to gather information that's all right with the others, and go and try and find out who these other two adventurers were that went with the brother and sister.
I'm for it.
Okay. No problem. Um, so the major parts of Oakers, the major kind of key elements here, you get the information from her. There's a like a village hall, kind of like a city hall, but for a much smaller village. There's her store. There's a shrine. There's a jail, a blacksmith, an old boar inn.
An inn, you say?
Yes, it is the one inn in town. If you did not find my stew accommodating, you can perhaps find some food or perhaps some drink there if you need.
Drink. Mostly drink.
Do you feel it? Do you feel it wise to drink before going on this thing you've set out before yourself?
Listen, lady.
Not generally.
If I'm sober, I'm not good. I have to have at least 15 drinks in me before I'm anything that's decent.
She raises an eyebrow. I don't believe that is a positive thing. You might have
Are
a
you
problem.
suddenly an expert on orcs?
No, I wouldn't.
Then how do you know that's not true?
You're right. I do not know for certain. Just merely an observation that
Danton
someone is
quietly.
that someone is that reliant upon alcohol to perform their duties. I would wish them the best.
Danton quietly
Damn
sets
right.
down an empty wine bottle of hers.
Mr. Danton, I will allow that one to pass. But please know that anything else in this house is for sale.
Understood. Don't show her the other wine bottle.
So is anyone else wanting to go out with Vessel at this time of night? So again, you got to town later in the evening. You spent a little bit of time at the general store with Kierwin. And so we'll say a couple hours have passed where she kind of like sits you down, talks, you eat a little bit of food. So at this point in time, really the only things that would be open would be the jail, because there's always going to be a guard stationed at the jail, so if you need to, you can go there. And Old Boar Inn.
I'm going to shadow Vessel. Vessel will be aware of this. I figure a small town word spreads fast. I want to see if there's any shady characters interested in what we're doing in the night.
So you're shadowing Vessel to see if someone's following him?
Right. I'm being sneaky for people to see what happens around him. He will know I'm there somewhere. I'm not sneaking around on him.
I will lumber towards the inn.
Okay.
Omri does the same thing.
All right. And Hops.
This one follows Vessel.
All right. So everyone follows the healer.
Shocking, right?
What a concept. All right. You make your way over to Old Boar Inn. It's pretty, standard, small little inn in a small little town. Maybe there's equal number of people to you that are not your party in here right now.
I tell those apart from the rabble.
they're all like there's like I said, there's maybe 4 or 5 people here, and they're all regulars, and they're just kind of sitting at tables, not with each other but close, and just muttering to themselves about just damn cold, too damn cold.
This
I
one
walk-
orders the third finest ale.
So you walk up
We
to
have
the
2 ales, sir.
I was gonna say, you walk up to the barkeep, and he's just leaning on the bar. You tell him you want the third finest ale, and he's like, I got ale. You want one?
Give him 3. And then I throw
Yes.
Vessel throws some money down, but it's like a money and a pebble and an acorn and some money.
Aww.
It just kind of like drops it. Some of it rolls off the bar.
He flicks the acorn. He brushes aside the stone, and he takes the little bit of money, and he pours out 3 ales.
Nice.
Anything else I can help you gentlemen with, and lady?
Yes.
Who are you calling a lady?
Oh, crap.
She's gonna argue about everything, okay?
You have information that I require. Who are the adventurers that went with the twins? And I just stare.
Oh, you talking about Talgan and Sharwin?
Yes. Who are the adventurers that accompanied them? Stare.
That's a damn shame. I kind of like them.
Answer was not sufficient.
Oh.
Who are the adventurers that went with them?
The adventures that went with them. Adventures. Give me a some sort. Give me a persuasion.
Tell me now.
Or oh no, that's good.
Oh,
So
okay.
he's just like, I don't have a problem with you drinking here. I think you look kind of cool, or you look kind of okay, but why are you coming around here asking about that? That's a tragedy. You just need to let it be.
That's
We're going to-
tragedy.
Tragedy. We're going to find them.
I want to roll for intimidation.
Oh no.
Okay. Are you trying to intimidate the information out of him?
Yes.
I have
No charisma. I see.
Hey, look at that.
How do you
Oh, shit.
intimidate him?
I reach over the bar, grab the dude by the collar, pull him up front right up to my face, like my tusks are literally like half an inch from him. My friend asked you a question. Are you gonna answer it, or are you gonna lose your head?
This one's going to go find the jail.
You have a hero point, Sean.
He's
Um,
just gonna meet Omri there because she's gonna get dragged off.
The other 4 people drinking in the tavern have kind of like put their drinks down, but they're not like, nobody here is like a badass, so no one's trying anything, but they're kind of like looking like, what the hell's about to happen here? And the barkeep is like, okay, hold on, we're off on the wrong foot here. If you just, can you let me go,
Actually-
please?
You're on no feet, so
Yeah, like she's lifted him up, so he's like a good half inch, maybe an inch off the ground right now.
I need you to put me down, please.
Are you gonna answer my friend's question?
As soon as I can breathe, yes. Let's.
She literally just drops him. Doesn't even put him down nicely, just drops him.
Vessel pats Omri on the head.
How tall is Vessel, by the way?
I'm 6'10".
So you're like a couple
Pretty
inches
big.
taller, yeah.
Pretty big.
Right, pretty big. He's like, look, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to cause nothing or anything like that. I just, people come into town at night, middle of the night, I ain't never seen before, start asking questions about disappearing people. It just seems weird is all. So, again, I'm sorry, and, maybe just don't cause no trouble. Look,
Don't give me trouble, you don't get trouble.
I ain't gonna cause no trouble. Talgan and Sharwin, they put together a little party to go check out the Citadel. They found some paladin. I think his name was
The worst.
Bradford.
From an empty corner of the bar.
Yeah, I think his name was Bradford. I didn't know him. He's never been around before. He's not from here. And they got someone who lives kind of out of town, comes in every so often, lives off the land. You know, one of them nature folk. Carries a bow. His name was Caracas. Intense kind of guy. And I remember Bradford. He came in. He was drinking the night before they went. Just had a couple of drinks, but he was talking all this story about his sword. Kept saying it was some sort of special sword. Called it. What did he call it? What do you call it? Shatter punch. Shatter
Shatterpoint.
Shatter fist. Someone from the other side of the thing. You called it Shatter Spike. Yeah. Shatter Spike. Yeah. I don't know. Who names their own sword? Just a sword. Just call it sword.
I smite thee with sword.
Anyway. Yeah. So that's who went with them. Ain't none of them come back. You guys going after him?
Bradford the Paladin, right?
Yes. So yes. Bradford
And what was the other
a-
dude?
Oh, sorry.
What was
yeah,
the other dude's name?
Caracas. Karakas.
Thank you for
I
taking
can say
notes.
Krampus.
No, not Krampus. Caracas.
Carapus.
That's just what Omri's gonna end up saying. Krampus.
Carappa the Rappa.
Oh, that's such a good name. See, now I just keep on typing Krampus. Okay. Alrighty. And what was the name of the sword again?
Shatter Spike.
Shatter Spy.
Shatter Spike. It's actually a pretty badass name. Alrighty. Don't kill much.
Absolutely.
What can you tell us about the Sunless Citadel?
I mean, not
Your
a whole-
answer was insufficient.
I was still talking. Man. Okay, I'm sorry.
That one is very intense.
So he's like, I don't really know a whole lot about it. No one does. Like, no one really goes there. It's an eerie place. No good there. Goblins live there. You don't want to mess with no goblins, right? I mean, they're okay. They come up, they sell that apple every year. Other than that, we try to keep our distance. You know what? Actually, really quick, Lean, come here. Come here.
Getting the good stuff now.
Leaning in.
Don't, I don't know if you can put too much stock in it or not. But I heard someone once, old timer when I was a kid, said that place used to be the home of an old dragon cult.
So I stand up and I go, Dragon? Not like super loud, but loud enough to where everyone around us could hear.
Everyone kind of looks up from their drink. You talking about the Citadel? Talking about the dragon that lives there? Yeah, I heard it was a great big old one. Big as the whole world lives under there.
That's quite big.
This big.
Yeah, I'd never go there. I don't know anyone dumb enough to. Oh wait, except for them 4 that went and ate come back.
Well, that's disrespectful.
Ain't none come back.
Question: do you ever leave this room?
This room? Yeah, sometimes I gotta go out back.
And do
Make room for more ale?
He said he must excrete bodily fluids.
Side eye vessel.
Ew.
Any other questions for the barkeep and or town drunks?
Yes. Do they have any turkey legs?
Turkey legs. No.
Omri's still hungry. The
No
cheese was
turkey
not
legs.
enough.
No turkey legs this late in the winter. No.
Sprouting hops will buy them all around.
Oh, that's very nice of Sprouting Hops.
Omri is hungry and desires meat.
We've got some game meat that we catch. I got a stew, little rabbit.
How much is left?
He looks kind of underneath the bar. You know, enough.
She puts 5 gold pieces down. She wants that much worth of stew.
That much might just buy this bar.
He balks at 5 gold. And he's just like, yeah.
She wants 5 gold pieces worth of meat and food and everything. And she'll share, obviously, with her friends, but most of it's for her. She's a tiny girl for an orc, but she has big appetite.
He pulls out a pot from underneath. Still has a little bit of warmth to it. And he's like, you can help yourself if you need some bowls.
Yes.
He gives you 4 little wooden bowls and spoons. He's just like, you can have at it. They don't eat nothing anyway.
Nice.
Is it good?
It's good. It's, it is a perfectly serviceable tavern stew.
Omri is happy now. She's finally full. She's a big girl. Okay, don't judge.
It warms your it warms your ribs in the cold winter.
Hmm.
In the night. In the dark.
In the night.
What time is it right now?
It's getting fairly late. Like I said, sundown happened when you got here. It's been a few hours with the merchant lady. We'll say between, choke slamming that guy, eating your stew, having a few rounds, a few more hours have passed. So the equivalent of, say it's like 11 p.m. now. As you sit and drink and eat, everyone can give me a roll. We're gonna do it in order though, just to keep it going. It's gonna be a history roll for anyone who has it. We'll start with Tyler.
Does it need to be trained?
No, it's just a history, just to see if you happen to know a certain thing.
13.
Okay, Sean.
$11.
Dwayne
Well, look at that.
and Tiffany.
Damn.
Okay. So
Omri knows nothing.
So Omri is several drinks in. As a matter of fact, Omri, give me a Constitution check. Okay. You're feeling good.
She can hold her drink.
Yeah, you're feeling good. Obviously had a few drinks in, but you're holding it just fine. No problem at all. But you're definitely,
Not paying any attention.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're focused on putting as many more pints into you as possible. How-
About right.
However, Vessel simultaneously is running a defrag to go back through his memory banks from earlier when he asked that question, and also picking up context clues from the town, and maybe like a few more people pass in and out for maybe one drink, and then go where the first 4 drunks, they stay there all night. And with that, you are kind of able to piece together and remember that there's a near here, near Oakhurst, there's an old road. It skirts past a place called Ashen Plain, which is a lifeless dead area. Um, you know that the history of that area, or at least the local lore, is that it was a desolation attributed long ago to a dragon named Ashardalon.
Okay.
So there's a road with a desolated area, and there's a local dragon legend for Ashardalon.
Is that the road that leads to the Sunless Citadel?
Yes.
Be able to see these fields with our own eyes.
You will.
I do not share this information, and it is unimportant at this time. However, if we do meet the dragon by chance, they'll be like, "Oh yes."
I remember now. Okay, any other questions? Anything else?
Nope, I'm good.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So it starts to wind down for the night. The barkeep finally kind of comes over and he's like, "Guys, I'm gonna be shutting down here soon. You know, it's just these four idiots, and I don't want to keep you guys any later than necessary. But glad you guys were able to come in. You seem like okay people. My name is Garen, by the way. I don't know if I ever introduced myself. Um, you know, when you guys first came in, I wasn't sold on y'all, but he points at Omri. You especially, you're good people, I think." Reaches to his neck and is just like, "Yeah, people." You know, now that I think about it, and you can tell he's had a few drinks at the later part of the night behind there, and he's kind of warmed up a little bit. He's like, I hadn't thought about it in a long time, but I'm gonna say maybe 12, no, more like 13 years ago now. That was the last time anyone came around here asking about the Citadel. Everyone avoids that place. No one wants to go there. I mean, until Taugen and Sharwin got that bug up their ass to go there. But nah, last time, before them, 13 years ago. What was that guy's name? What was it? He came through here. Gulak? Belloc?
Hello.
Balak.
Belosh.
It was Balak. Balak. Balak.
Oh,
Black or
Balak.
block?
Yeah. Balak. I actually have no idea how to say this. Belak.
Bellic?
Bellic.
Bellic. Yeah. That's it. You know what the weirdest damn thing about that guy was?
His name.
No, but that's really even weirder than his name. Belloc. No. He had the biggest damn frog with him I'd ever seen.
Frog.
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 Frog?
Ribbit. Yeah. Frog. Thing just hopped around with him.
Okay.
Damnedest thing.
Okay.
Interesting.
Anyway. Alright, I'm gonna close down for the night. Y'all have a good evening.
Interesting.
Back to the general store.
Okay. You head back there. She's waited up for you. You can tell she's a little annoyed that you're back a little later, but she's not gonna make a deal out of it.
This is how we operate.
She's like, I believe it's time for sleep.
I don't sleep.
Knew that was coming.
Well, Mr. Vessel, I believe everyone else does.
I park myself in front of the front door and just turn on sentry mode.
Okay. Anyone do anything else before going to bed for the evening?
Curl up on the couch, literally.
Aw.
My God, man. Omri?
She finds an empty room, which is a little too short for her. But she goes and finds a room and plops herself down on the bed, and it holds her weight, but the edge of her feet are kind of dangling over the edge a little bit. So she's a little annoyed because she can't get really comfortable.
Gotcha.
Fucking humans. They're so short.
So small. Okay, perfect. Give me one moment. I'm so sorry.
Can't hear
Nope.
Steve.
You
We've lost Steve.
died. Your audio died.
You're dead.
Everybody roll 4,000s. All right, I guess I'm GM now.
Oh God, no. Dwayne,
Yo.
you looking around is great. Is this gonna
Yep.
turn into a horror movie?
Nope. Perfect. Ah! Oh no! No, sorry about that. Headset was running out of power. Okay, Danton, anything before you go to bed?
No.
Okay, perfect. Night passes, nothing wrong. You're sleeping in a perfectly safe house. Wake up in the morning.
Feeling like P. Diddy? No.
Yes.
Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. I mean, I know Omri is. She's pretty decent.
Oh, that's what it is.
That's what that is. Wow. Okay. All right. So with that, is there anything you'd like to do? How do you want to approach your next step?
Let's go.
Breakfast.
We know where the Sunless Citadel is, right?
So yeah. So what you've been able to, between all the different people you've talked to so far, you know that the old road is what will lead you eventually to the Citadel.
After mimosas.
After mimosas and
Definitely in mimosas.
pancakes or
Omri
waffles.
needs at least 3 dozen eggs to start her day.
Always waffles.
When everybody comes outside or wakes up, they find Vessel not there, and I'm just standing at the shrine. I'm not saying anything. I'm just standing there looking at it.
Oh, at the shrine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So the shrine actually, now that you go up to it, you see that there is a gnome, a priestess there, and she's doing morning prayers. She's doing her prayer to Pelor.
Hey, Lord.
Sorry.
Yep.
I know who Paylor is. As Dwayne, I do not know. Does
Yeah,
Vessel know?
You can make a roll for religion. Yeah, no. So Pelor is a major god. He's it's pretty easy to know at least something about him. So he is he's a major god of healing. He's usually considered one of lawful good. So he's one that attracts a lot of paladins and clerics who want to go out and provide healing and protection to people.
Can't hear you.
Got no box. Vessel notes this, likes this, and then walks away.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Anything else before you hit the old road?
Is it
All
the
right.
Old Town Road?
It is not the old
Please,
town.
no.
It is just the old road out of Oakhurst.
Town
It is-
Oakhurst?
It is about 7 miles. Damn it, Sean. It's about 7 miles from Oakhurst to the Sunless
So
Citadel.
it's not 8
Follow.
Mile.
It is
Got
not 8 Mile. It is 8 Mile minus 1. 8 minus 1 mile.
Crap, doing math now.
So, as you make your way through the old road, the old road passes to the east of a narrow ravine. At the road's closest approach to the cleft, several broken pillars jut from the earth where the ravine widens. 2 of the pillars stand straight, but most lean atop sloped earth. Others are broken, and several have apparently fallen into dark depths. A few similar pillars are visible on the opposite side of the ravine. A sturdy knotted rope is tied to one of the leaning pillars on this side of the ravine.
How wide is the ravine?
So you look at different points in the ravine trying to find a good area for it. It's mostly about 30 feet across. At the point though where it's kind of directly intersecting with the old road, and getting the closest to the old road, it actually widens to about 40 feet. So mostly 30 at points widens out to 40.
Crap.
Is this blocking our way?
So no, it is not blocking your way, but after 7 miles, this is what you see.
Oh, I see.
Is this the Sunless Citadel?
Probably need to go down.
No one ever got rich standing around. I grabbed the rope.
Oh, so before you take the rope, Sean, you can give me a investigation or a survival check.
Not good with either, but better with this one.
Okay. So you kind of look around and you ask the question, like, is this the Sunless Citadel? Like, it's just a ravine and a couple of broken pillars. Like, it doesn't really appear to be much of anything. But as you look across the road and the area and kind of do a quick look down the side of the ravine, a few things jump out to you, and you can see that there are several small campfires that have been made and put out in this area. Some as recently as, just a few weeks ago to a month ago. Someone went to some effort to hide the evidence of the camps from casual scrutiny.
Okay.
What about the pillars themselves? What do they look like? Are they just like wooden pillars or stone pillars?
So, giving direct attention to the pillars and kind of looking and seeing what those are, they are stone. And some have crumbled, some have fallen, but there is the 2 that still stand up straight. But as you look at them, what languages do you speak? I apologize.
Are you asking all of us, or?
Specifically Vessel.
Common,
Okay.
Dwarvish, Primordial.
Okay. So as you look at the worn and broken pillars, you can see that there's actually graffiti written on them in Dwarvish, or a Dwarvish alphabet.
I actually speak Dwarvish.
So again, it's not in Dwarvish itself, it is a Dwarvish-based alphabet, so you can recognize the letters or the symbols, but the words don't make any sense to you. What's everyone's languages, starting with Tyler?
Common, Draconic, Elvish, and yeah, that's it. Thieves can't.
Okay, Sean?
It is Common, Dwarvish, and Primordial.
Okay.
Same as Dwayne.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
same as Vessel.
weird.
And
All right.
Yeah.
Omri.
I've got Common, Orc, and Abyssal.
Okay. So none of you are able to actually read what is written on these pillars. So
Okay.
in the same order that we've been doing, so Tyler, Sean, Dwayne, Tiffany, everyone can make a intelligence check.
Check or save?
Save. Sorry, I say check because of old systems, and save.
Intelligence
Yeah.
save?
Yeah.
15.
Click intelligence on your sheet. Wow.
Ooh.
Fuck that.
Danton and Omri. Both of you kind of pieced together at the same time, based on the information that you had been given before. This is probably Goblin.
Oh. There's goblins around here. At least there used to be. I tug on the rope.
Okay. There's the rope is tied off to one of the leaning pillars that hangs down into the ravine. It seems to be in generally good condition.
I make sure it's secure. I grab it and I lean in to get a good look down there.
Okay.
Like, grabbing the rope and leaning over.
And
the
leaning
edge.
over.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. You're able to do that. Like I said, the rope is secure. It's still in good condition. It's actually only been here for maybe a few weeks, so it's not really weathered at all. From the edge of the ravine, you're able to see older and more weathered handholds and footholds that have been carved into the cliff face of the side of the ravine.
Sounds like treacherous stairs.
Mm.
I'll take a look, and if it's safe, I'll let you know. I lash the rope around my waist and climb down.
Okay. Using the rope and everything at your disposal to climb, you can do a climbing at advantage.
Oh, that's acrobatics. You want athletics instead, or just keep that?
Athletics. I apologize.
Hey!
Danton is able to easily, effortlessly, beautifully rappel down the side of this ravine to the bottom. And he disappears into the ravine. Not like magically like whoosh, but like, he drops down to a point where you can't really see him anymore.
Well, he's dead.
Yes. Yes, he is. It's terrible.
Anyone going next?
Who's going to go down and get his stuff?
I think they're
I'll
waiting for
do
me
it.
to report something, because that's what I said I'd do.
Okay. Do you? So Tyler, you make it to the bottom of the rope and to the bottom of the ravine, and you find yourself on a ledge. You find yourself on a sandy ledge overlooking a subterranean gulf of darkness to the west. The ledge is The ledge is wide but rough. Sand, rocky debris, and the bones of small animals cover it. A rough-hewn stairwell zigs and zags down the side of the ledge, descending into darkness.
Paper, note. Ledge, stairs going down, look safe. Tie it to the rope
Okay.
and fling it up.
Right. You start trying to put the rope together to kind of throw it back up or signal what needs to be done. As mentioned, it's tied off at the top, and you can kind of just slide down. So you just need to kind of signal to them that it's safe to come down. But before you're able to do that,
Oh. 50 goblins attack.
Man, so many goblins. How did that happen?
you are able to land on the ledge here. No one and everyone else is still currently at the top of the ravine, and they have not reached this level. And this is our first map of the Sunless Citadel. I need to grab one more token. I'm missing a Sprouting Hops.
No, he's there.
Is he?
Yep.
Moving him
Am
around.
am I blind?
I mean, you are wearing glasses.
He's right there.
I can't see him.
I can see the ping.
Yeah, give me one sec.
He's
Yeah,
right between the R and the T where it says fortress level.
And he's not on my page. And I should have view of everything. I should see every layer.
He's
I
just
don't
that
see
good
him
of a
either.
ninja.
I don't see him either in DM mode. Ping it again, Sean.
It's right there.
That means he... Nope, is not on that level.
What level is he on?
The best level.
Level 9,000.
Actually, I wonder. Nope, that wasn't it. There's nothing else here. There's nothing
Now
else
the fortress level
here.
words went away.
Yes, it did.
Sorry, everybody. We're gonna figure this out.
Welcome to D&D.
Welcome to Roll 20.
Just pull a new token in for him. He can use either one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking would be best.
Token because I can see his life meter, but I can't see anybody else's.
That's because you gotta move him down to see it. It's at the top.
Oh, huh.
Okay. All right. So Tyler,
Yes.
Danton, you are the first one to go down the rope. You land on this ledge by yourself. No one else is actively moving down with you. They are awaiting you to kind of direct them to come down. So you are all alone on this ledge. And when you land and you start trying to kind of like collect the rope and call back up to them, you see these things. Give me a perception really quick.
12.
Okay.
Which means I rolled like a 4.
A 5. Yeah, not great.
I shoot sprouting hops.
From from the rubble and the dirt scurry 3 giant rats, and then they come out from behind these rocks. They were kind of just sitting there, and they seem to be ambushing you. I need initiatives from everybody.
Would you say they're of unusual size?
They are. They're relatively larger than normal.
Come on.
How do you do? Oh, there it is.
Oh, are you kidding? Wait, what? Why'd it give me 2?
Mine rolled like 3 times too. I don't know. Roll 20's being a little weird this weekend.
Just a little bit.
Everyone's on the internet.
I was gonna say they've been hit pretty hard. I think
Yeah.
for everything
okay
that's
with
been
it.
going on, yeah, they're doing pretty well.
At least it's working. Last night they had an outage.
Yeah.
We'll take what we can get.
Oh no, we've got no turn order. Oh.
No, I selected my token. Damn it!
Yeah, we do. It's there.
There it is.
Oh, there it
You
is.
just gotta wait
Oh,
for
I-
your friendly neighborhood DM to set her up.
Hey, you
That's
know,
up to 60.
I was getting there. Oh, they don't have.
I like
oh, wait,
that.
I hit the wrong thing.
I like that better.
Screw you, rats.
Why is it not in the right order?
Gear icon descending.
There it is. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, so the 3 rats jump out. And Denton, you go first.
Danton is switching away from the quiet, sleepy music.
That's what that was.
Was that why you were turning around? Because of the ambient music? That's
yeah,
the
I thought I
best.
was hearing something back here. I'm like, what the? Can't find it.
Danton climbs partly back way up in the handhelds and takes a shot at a rat.
Okay. Are you actually trying to climb part of the rock face?
Yeah, with the handholds that were there.
Okay. Give me an athletics.
20.
Oh my god.
Boy.
Damn.
So, with that, not being able to necessarily do your full move with doing that, but you're able to get like a good 5 or 10 feet between you and the rats. So it's going to be harder for them to kind of climb up it and get you. Since you put the space between you and them, and you're going to fire at them.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and give me an attack.
11.
So you climb up really quick. You get a couple of the handholds. You put your foot and you're gripped on and you lean and you fire off. But some dirt and rock fall into your face right as you fire, and the bolt bounces off the rocks down into the ravine.
I'm okay with that.
Sprouting hops.
Going to. Do we know there's a problem? Like, what do we know?
Oh, I'll
What do we
yell.
know?
Hey, you guys, there's some big rats.
As a free action, he yells, "Big rats."
I'll take that rope and can I use acrobatics to like slide down it? Do some flippy shit.
In climbing a rope, it's gonna need to be in acrobatics to descend down. The way,
think
or I'm
you
sorry,
mean
the athletics.
Yeah.
Sorry. To be able to climb down. If you're not swinging necessarily or do anything acrobatic, you need to be able to control your body moving down.
Can you do like a Australian repelling?
You roll a nat 20 like Danton did, absolutely.
Be able to get down 50 feet, like that's like 5 feet of movement right there.
Is there any way to swing off this rope?
I mean, if you try to swing off of it, you're gonna swing back into the
Wait a
ravine
minute.
wall.
Don't you have a climbing speed?
I do. I'm just trying to figure things out here.
So just
Uh, Climbing up and down rope is usually going to always be athletics. Acrobatics is literally for that more acrobatic stuff. So if you're trying to,
I'm gonna grab those handholds and start descending.
While he does that, I'm gonna do
Double
the
time.
gif.
okay.
The cat gif. Because that's appropriate.
It's just trying to figure out the fastest way down. So my climbing speed is 20 feet, so 40 feet.
Okay, so you're going to double move 40 feet. Okay,
Yeah.
so you actually make it down to about the same place Danton is gripping the side of the wall.
Hey.
This ravine wall is about 50 feet down to the base of the ledge.
Okay.
So you got about 10 feet more to go before you can get on the floor itself.
I'm like, hey, rats.
Okay, next is Vessel.
I don't get the joke.
The vessel will move to the edge of the ravine. How far from the edge are we?
So from the top of the ravine to the bottom where the rats are is 50 feet. So you need to descend 50 feet down.
I mean, is this depiction right here like being this far away from the edge?
No, I just needed to put those up in a corner somewhere. You're actually coming from like up above, like.
Oh,
down.
okay, okay. Okay, guys. Okay.
Sorry. So I'll actually put. Yeah. Just he's there essentially. You've got another 10 feet to go, Sean. Just remember that.
No
cut
voice.
out. Good.
Ah.
You're climbing down.
No, I'm not gonna climb down. You want a big hulking mass of metal to climb down with people underneath me? Horrible
Yes,
idea.
I do actually. I really do.
No, I'm gonna go to the edge and look over. And if I see the rats, because they're 50 feet down, right?
Yes.
Good, because I can hit.
You can hit stuff how far away?
I can
60.
hit stuff 60 feet away.
Okay, no problem. What you doing?
These individuals are under my protection. As if they
Disperse,
could
rats.
as if they could understand me. And I go, pick flame.
Man,
Nice.
those D&D saves after Pathfinder.
I know, right? It's like 12. What the hell?
I know.
I had
well,
50
I mean,
an hour ago.
So they need to make a dex save?
Yeah.
Dex save. Yep.
Is that all or nothing, or all or half?
All or nothing.
Sacred flame.
Oh, natural one.
He fails. And that
Nice.
is how much damage?
5 radiant.
5 radiant. We're gonna say you hit this first rat. Is that okay?
I can't see them, so I have no idea.
You have to be inside the. There's a
Oh,
dynamic light area. Yeah.
sorry. Then in that case,
You can just
yeah,
stick
you can
him
go
in the
ahead.
corner, catty corner to me, and he'd be able to see it.
Yeah, I'll put you right there. Does that help
Yeah.
you?
Ah!
And I'll do the same. I'll do the same for you, Omri. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, sorry about that. I forgot the dynamic lighting aspect. Okay. So you two are both at the top. They are about 10 feet from the ledge bottom, and this very first rat will say has taken 5 damage.
Nice.
Perfect. And after Vessel goes Omri.
Okay. So she hears some pretty awesome stuff going on. She wants in on the action.
Oh yeah.
So she's gonna try to hurry down that wall as fast as she possibly can, but as safely as possible, because she's stupid, but she's not that stupid.
That's wise.
Yeah, no, I've had some pretty dumb characters before. Thankfully, this one is not in the negative. So, because I trust me, I've had someone that had a -2 in wisdom and 0 in intelligence. So,
For
the
anyone who's
base was 10.
For anyone who's interested, please watch our Pathfinder Age of Extinction game run by Sean, and you can meet Bruno.
Oh, Bruno, we love
Negative
him.
intelligence.
Hmm.
Okay, so are you
So I'm
going
gonna go ahead and run that athletics.
Perfect.
I'm going down.
For real?
19.
Perfect. Oh yeah, no, you are very easily able to slide down with a 19. You're actually able to reach the bottom as a full action, essentially. So this round, you're going to spend your whole turn kind of going down that rope, fast but secured, and you land right in the middle of these two, and you are now on the ledge with these rats. Nice. All right, which means just in time for them. One, they are dumb, so one is going to move here and try to scrape and try to climb that little bit that's still there and bite up and claw at Sprouting Hops who's come down, so they're going to attack at disadvantage and try to bite.
Let me see if roll 20 sides with Steve like it does with Sean. Kinda.
Wow.
What the hell?
Wow.
What the
DM
fuck?
centric. Aren't you glad I sent you that info in the side between sessions, Steve?
That's really dope, by the way. Thank you. So yeah. So again, they're attacking at disadvantage because there's 10 feet between you and them, and so they're having to kind of climb up the side of the rocks to take a bite at you. But this thing catches like your Achilles and bites right through. I assume a 21 hits you.
Jesus fucking
Yeah,
Christ, it does.
That's not really disadvantage. That's like slight
Yeah.
annoyance.
Take 5 piercing damage as it bites through your foot.
Sure.
The next one is going to rush Omri. and do a similar bite. This time at just a regular. Does a 15 hit you?
By 1. Yeah.
Oh. Go ahead and also take 5 piercing damage.
Oops, I had a 14. Like, come on.
And similar to Sprouting Hops, the third rat will try to bite Danton at disadvantage. Does an 18 hit Danton?
What?
I don't actually know.
Going on?
Yes.
Oof. So you all take 5 piercing damage.
I'm stupid.
I am a level 1 cleric.
Well, yeah.
Level 1.
Get down here and heal.
I feel like
Heal
you're
a lot.
trying to sell us something, Dwayne.
That means I can heal twice.
No, you got cantrips. You can heal all day, right? Right?
Don't
Ooh,
you remember
about
the
that.
opening island on Divinity Original Sin 2 where you're like camp every 30 feet?
Yeah.
be like that.
Okay. So those were the rats. Back to Danton. You have just been bitten in the shin by a giant rat who is actively like trying to climb this wall to get at you.
Is he leaping and biting, or is he on the wall?
He's like you know, like when a puppy's really excited and you've got him like, you know, kind of like maybe fenced off in a different room and it's like jumping up. Think like that.
I'm gonna stab him because it kind of looks like I'm flanking there with Omri. I'll get that name.
Yes, you would get advantage on that attack for having a friend in melee range.
Woo!
25 for 9 damage.
That definitely hits, and this rat
Is not a rat anymore.
is no longer a alive rat. 9 damage completely. He's like, again, doing like the puppy jump, like, and then you just take the slash and just take off the top of its head, and the bottom jaw's like still trying to bite, and then it falls over.
Oh my god.
So which one's the
Nice.
real roll we should be paying attention to, left or right?
So left is you're always your first roll. So if you're rolling regular or you're rolling, if you're rolling just a regular roll, it's the one on the left. It's rolling 2 dice because with advantage and
I know that.
disadvantage.
Okay. You
We'll
bounce
explain to
between
the
two.
explain to the audience. When you're looking at that roll, the roll on the left is regular. There's the second roll comes because with advantage and disadvantage, you roll twice. With advantage, you take the better number. With disadvantage, you take the worst number. So you're gonna always see 2 numbers, but unless advantage or disadvantage comes up, it's always the one on the left. Okay. Perfect. So after Danton, any movement or bonus action, anything like that?
No, I'm gonna stay here to provide flanking to Omri on her turn, in case
Okay.
Sprouting Hops moves.
Perfect. Speaking of Sprouting Hops, it is your turn.
I'm gonna jump off this wall and do a spinning bow stab strike against this dumb rat.
Perfect. I'm gonna just let you do that because that's awesome.
Is it
Which
14
one were
hit?
Which one were you hitting? I'm sorry.
The furthest one away.
Okay. A 14 hits, and
Cool.
you do another 7 damage,
Yeah.
which means this little guy ain't looking so hot. In that, come on
He
now,
did?
he is in fact dead.
Oh god, the blood got on your Sprouting Hops. Oh god.
Gross. That's my good pair of fisherman pants.
Okay. Where did you land, by the way? Just down on that square?
Just down on that square.
Okay, no problem. Any quick movement, or you just want to land there?
Just land there.
Okay, perfect. So you do this shooting star press maneuver, and when you're in your full upside down, you bring the staff around and just golf swing him right in the ribs. Next, Vessel. You can see that your group's taking care of these rats, although they're also bleeding heavily from their legs.
Right. So
gonna shout down at Sprouting Hops. Feel better.
Literal healing word. Got it. See what you did there.
Yay! I'm up to
But
full.
And then I guess I will start moving down. Yeah, you know what? Let's make it comical if we can.
Made out of metal. What's the worst that'll happen? You'll get a
would
dent.
love for a nat 1 on a athletics right now, so you just hit all 3 of them.
I will. Yep. I'm gonna start moving down this rope.
Yes, that would be an athletics to start climbing down.
Please, please.
Oh!
Whoa!
Woo!
Cool.
Whoa!
Thank
Yeah,
God.
You have no problem whatsoever. You make it most of the way, and you're kind of, you have no concern of falling, like nothing like that. But you kind of get like just above them, and you look down and you realize like, they're standing in all the places I can land. I guess I'll just stay here.
Yeah. I'll wait.
Anything else?
That is it. That is all.
All right. And Omri, it is your turn.
I take the remaining rat. I look at him dead in the eyes. I'm like, you're gonna make a nice wallet.
Oh! Oh!
So it's dead.
What happens to this rat?
Let you pick.
Oh damn! Look,
Yeah.
look at that 18 slashing.
Oh
Ooh.
my.
Ooh!
Omri, you can describe how this rat meets its ultimate fate.
She takes the great axe and literally slams it down and slices its head in half, and it just sits there for a split second, and then it slowly peels open like a banana, like its face just splits in half, and
Amazing.
Something
Love it.
out of Fist of the North Star.
And with that,
it's just,
the final giant rat of the ledge has been defeated.
oh, I want to move also so Vessel can get down.
And with that, Vessel, you are finally able to stand on the ledge.
Yay, vessel.
Yay! I'm here.
Yay!
As you all reach to the bottom of the ledge, you're able to now see that there is a collection of humanoid footprints not made by you, as well as obviously rat tracks of unusually large size. The footprints lead down the stairs. Among the rubble is an old ring of stones that contains and is covered by the accumulated ash of hundreds and hundreds of fires, though no fire has been lit there for a few years now. Inside the ash pile, there are a few rough-hewn spear tips, small animal bones, and kind of very cheap manufacture.
We wanna.
Can I roll
take it.
survival to see to track them?
So really, there's only one place to go, and it's down the stairs, and then it's very obvious that there are footprints leading down these stairs.
Okay.
The only way down is stairs. Other than that, it's just a sheer drop off. You don't see any ropes or handholds the way that you did at the top of the ravine.
Okay.
From the far wall of the chasm, like I said, it's about a 250-foot ravine to the bottom. With having moved down how far you've gone, you seem to, from the best you can tell, you're maybe about 80 feet above the bottom of the ravine.
Okay.
So yeah, do you guys want to, there's a ring here, and there's obviously been fires here. This seems to be a place where people camp relatively often. Do you want to take advantage of this campsite, or do you want to press forward?
We should at least short rest.
Yeah, short rest would be good.
Okay. Okay, so you can recover anything that you get back on a short rest. You can spend your 1 hit dice and to recover that many hit points if you want to.
I will spend mine.
Damn.
Ooh.
Nice.
Well, I'm healed.
I'm gonna say, I think.
Yep, we're good.
Hops, are you gonna use your hit die or take the damage?
I healed Huff.
Oh, you
Yeah.
healed him. Okay, so everyone should be back to full, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Perfect. All right.
Don't remember. I only get my spells back on a long rest, right?
For clerics, yes, that is correct. You might have a few abilities, maybe like Channel Divinity. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe your spells only come back on long.
I don't think you get anything cool till at least level 2.
Yeah.
Unless they stop us, I guess Sprouting Hops and I will carefully make our way down. Me, I'm
Okay.
trying to be. The word isn't stealthy, but I'm trying to be cautiously quiet.
Okay. No problem. If you want to give me a stealth just to see how quiet you are. Like this. So everything here is covered in this layer of sand, bone, and like little pebbles. So it's actually pretty difficult to stay really silent in this, as any movement kind of shuffles this stuff around. With a 13, you do your best. You're kind of not sure one way or the other how quiet you are. Like I mentioned, every step is crunching or shifting sand of some kind. And as you reach the bottom of this ledge, you look and you can see that there's a set of switchback stairs making its way down the side of this ravine. It's a 5-foot wide set of stairs that descends further and further down. Danton, as you move into that area, you can see there are it looks like a total of 3 lanes. You can basically see this entire area the whole way down. In number or in this second landing here, a fortress emerges from the darkness. Subterranean citadel, though impressive, seems long forgotten. If the lightless windows, cracked crenellations, and leaning towers are any indication, all is quiet, though a cold breeze blows up from below, bringing with it the scent of dust and a faint trace of rot.
Well, it
You can,
smells
you,
nice.
you can see that just over the ledge. So as you're above, looking to the west, kind of out here, you can see that subterranean citadel just
That epic
just poking
description
through.
you just gave me, I thieves can't exactly that to Sprouting Hops. Who doesn't understand thieves can't.
Sounds terrible.
So how are you making your way down the rest of these stairs? Danton has reached another landing. Who's following him? Who's not? Move.
I would like to.
Talk amongst yourselves. Like, get your order together. How you guys want to approach this?
I will scout, so I'll stay a little bit ahead of you guys most of the time. In this instance, let's say I'll go down and then look at the ledge below us, and then you always stay
Excuse
one
me.
ledge above me.
I'll always be a few feet behind him, so whatever that ends up being ledge-wise.
And I have to be a few feet away from Hops. Because he's the most squishy of the team.
Is he?
Well, should I have Omri in front of Hops? But then he's got like literally 2 tanks surrounding him. So if anything happens, Hops is good.
Well, at this point, I'm just riding on Vessel's shoulders.
Well, then I will go in front.
Curled up on one shoulder. Yeah, I can bring up the rear.
Cool.
Oh, did you?
That way, if anything comes up from behind us, I could just go, "Oh no!"
Perfect.
Not give any warning.
Just, oh no.
Okay. Perfect. I like the order. And
Would you like a stealth every ledge, or just one was good?
just one is good. We'll stick with that number the whole way down. Go ahead and move yourselves how you want to move. So you take up the stairs all the way down.
I'm going the way to the top of the stairs.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was
Nothing-
going for.
Nothing crazy jumps out at you at this next ledge, but again, you get a better view. Once again, seeing the top of the citadel poking through the darkness beneath.
Next ledge.
All good. Nothing else seems to leap out at you. And from here, you can see down, and this is the last flight of stairs, and it leads down into complete darkness.
I look up. Have we adventured before, this group?
This is your first, like, proper adventure.
It's our first paying adventure.
Can anyone here not see in the dark? Because it's dark down there.
You know what? I don't think I can.
It's you. That's why. You're the only one.
It's always Dwayne.
Which doesn't make sense. You think that a Warforged would have
infravision.
some type of low light vision or something.
They did in the original version.
But yeah, so that's. And guess what? I don't have light.
I apologize. Down those stairs, it is not dark.
Oh.
That is my mistake.
Okay.
As you look down these, you can see that there's one final place at the bottom of these stairs. The narrow stairs that you are looking down eventually empty into a small courtyard. Apparently the top of what was once... Really, D&D? Once a crenellated battlement. Buried... Do what? Crenellated. The buried citadel has sunk so far into the earth that the battlement is now level with the surrounding floor. That floor stretches away to the north and south, composed of a layer of treacherous crumbled masonry. Within reaches to an unknown depth. To the west looms the surviving structure of what must be the Sunless Citadel. A tower stands on the west side of the courtyard. Those are the last things you can see, a small courtyard and a tower. And it seems as though the entire citadel has sank beneath the earth, with only the highest points of it still poking out.
Huh.
I guess we descend into the darkness. However, I let them into the city. I'll let them catch up first, and I'll root around in my pack, and I'll pass off a torch to Vessel and be like, for when you need it, but make sure you don't light it till I'm far enough ahead to not be seen.
Okay.
I look around at you, and I look at your neck, and I'm like, what about this? Jam it in there. There, and I just gotta light it. in one of your seams.
Well, there you go. Light wigs or
Nice.
I look at everyone and say, are we ready?
I'm always ready. Let's do this.
That's so close in the ear.
Then we shall advance forward.
Okay. Here we go.
wrong.
So many stairs. The temptation just to push someone off is strong. I mean, would they even survive?
I mean, if there was an enemy at the foot of the stairs, I would say that you could push me off.
Just bowling for enemies. Is that what we're doing now?
Don't know how this is going to work. Crap.
The entrance
Sorry?
to this is to the east, correct, Steve?
Yes, you'll be entering on the east.
And it's like staircase, yes.
Correct. I'm going to put... Since Danton, you are leading the
Yes.
party currently.
I just want to
So
make sure we get the viewers there before I stop looking at this.
And, yeah, and I just need to get you guys loaded in correctly, so I just give me 1 second.
Okay.
So Danton, you are the first to reach the bottom of the stairs.
creepy at all. No. This is really creepy, you guys.
I mean,
Full stealth time.
I don't think Omri knows how to be quiet.
That's why I always stay ahead of you.
Yes, I'm gonna have to put you guys at some awkward angles when we first enter. I apologize.
Okay.
Danton smirks. Not the first time I've been in an awkward angle.
Hey.
I'm talking
Oh,
about
Richard
jewel
just
heists,
starts
you
laughing.
perverts.
Jewel heist. Sure. If that's what we're calling it nowadays.
I thoroughly enjoy stealing jewels and crystals. I hand Vessel back one of his crystals.
Well, that's just rude. Okay. You can adjust yourselves in the order. Who was directly behind Danton?
Omri.
Okay, so we'll just shift that. Okay, so Danton, you reach the bottom of these stairs, and this is the courtyard you saw. And again, to your west, you're now at the base of a tower, looking up at you. And at this time, you are now in the courtyard of the Sunless Citadel.
Boom, boom,
Full stealth for me.
boom.
Full stealth for you. Okay. A 13. Okay.
You know what
All
the
right.
heck? I'm gonna roll for stealth also. Probably won't
so-
do very well.
So what we'll do, if you guys aren't, I need, sorry, Tyler, can you go back for just 1 second?
Yep.
Apologies. If you guys are all moving together, as you are kind of right now, just because you're being kind of forced into this bottleneck, we'll roll the lowest stealth, and we'll see how that is, because really your party's going to only be as stealthy as your lowest stealth person. If Tyler wants to kind of go out and scout by himself, or anyone else, we'll handle that as it comes. But when you're all this in close proximity, so I am assuming it is Omri. What is everyone's stealth modifier?
I'm gonna assume it's actually Vessel.
Probably me.
Mine's a 1.
Mine is. Where's myself?
I got a 7.
Vessel, what was yours? I'm sorry.
0.
Okay.
It's
So
definitely
it-
you.
Vessel.
It's Vessel.
Mhm.
So Vessel, you go ahead and roll a stealth for the group. All right. So right
Everything's
now
fine.
in this courtyard, the group is moving at a 6 stealth.
Awesome.
I mean, it could be worse. Could be a nat 1.
So there's crumbled masonry that surrounds the entire citadel. Again, with all the loose rocks and everything around here, it's actually pretty difficult to move through this courtyard.
No, it's not.
No?
Allow me, as I kind of push forward, and I just start taking out 5-foot chunks.
Everywhere. Making it easy terrain.
Oh, you can do that.
Wow.
Yes. This whole courtyard is difficult terrain due to all of the rocks and debris that has fallen throughout the course of time. And it only takes you an action to cast it. It is a cantrip.
So I just start
Temporarily,
doing-
you're in the lead.
You choose a portion of dirt or stone that you can see fits within a 5-foot cube.
Wow.
Typically
That's
says you can
beautiful.
turn regular terrain into difficult, and you can cause the ground to become normal if it's already difficult, and it lasts for 1 hour.
If you cast a spell multiple times, you can have no more than 2 of its non-instantaneous effects active at a time. You can dismiss such an effect as an action. So you can clear out 10 feet at simultaneously.
Well, then I will do it for Danton so that he can move quickly.
Okay. Okay, no problem. So
As long as-
Danton.
As long as he's within 30 feet.
So your first 10 feet will be regular, and then after that, difficult terrain. How are you moving into this courtyard?
South.
Okay, go ahead and give me your movements. So you come in and you go south. Okay. Anyone else following behind him? Or are you gonna let him scout it out?
I'm gonna let him scout.
I can't see
Yeah.
anything.
I'm gonna let him scout it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dwayne won't be able to see anything with no dark vision. I know
Okay.
it.
Then yeah, the courtyard actually, I guess, does go down into darkness. It does not have a natural light source, and with it being this far down into the ravine, no light is getting there. Okay. What are you looking for, Tyler?
A way through, a way to move forward, to advance. Or a door.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a acrobatics check really quick.
15.
Mm,
Everything is good.
Oh, there is a door. It's almost the same
There-
color as the wall. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I apologize. There's a door. There is a door right here.
I would have gone that way, but I don't care now. I'll do it next turn.
Okay. Okay. So at this point, really, as you look through here, you want to give a perception to see if you can see anything.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, natural 20.
Wow. Nailed it.
nice.
Okay.
I should play rogues more often. That's like 4 in a row.
I know, right? So you look around and you're trying to find a way through. You definitely see that there's a door that naturally leads into the tower that you saw. And again, that's the door that you see right here. There doesn't appear to be any secret doors or passages here. This is just a courtyard that would lead into this tower. However, with that natural 20, you definitely realize that the mortar that puts the stones together is different on these two stones.
Is it possible to make them safe, e.g. disable a trap, or should I just warn people not to cross them?
Since you're the one that sees them right now, you can definitely warn them not to touch them. Give me a investigation.
22.
Jeez. Wow.
I'm gonna do things since you pointed them out.
So, yes. So, with seeing that, you're able to see that there's a concealed trapdoor that covers that 10-foot span. There's also a 2-foot wide catwalk on the west edge, so when the doors would open, you can tell that there's a little bit of a ledge there that would allow you to cross over.
Opens from the bottom?
If you were to step on it, the doors would swing open from beneath
it's
you.
a drop. Got it.
Yes, so it is it's a literal trapdoor.
I explained this to them in detail.
Okay.
Don't step there. You're gonna fall and die. There's a little ledge. You won't make it, except maybe sprouting hops.
Cool.
And I strongly recommend to Vessel that... Oh, yep, he said it. He gets some light so he doesn't die.
Yeah.
Which means
Um,
you gotta give us. I can do it. So you don't
So-
have to triple task.
You can easily avoid the trap at this point. You can attempt to open it. You can try to disable it if you want to. But you do not like now that you've identified where those two things are. You don't have to. Step.
I lit Dwayne up.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, I'm gonna go check that door then after warning them.
So would you say you turned him on?
I
Doo-doo.
would say that.
Nice.
Perfect.
So
Okay,
is it safe
Danton.
for us to go inside then?
With Danton scouting, he has identified that this courtyard is in fact safe, except for these two spaces. Do not step on them.
Cool.
Two
And
spaces.
right here.
Unless you want to purposefully step on it to open the trapdoor and see what's beneath it.
Oh, so pretty much the one I'm
No.
standing right next to.
No, you're not in the courtyard yet.
Okay. So,
Probably want to
Okay.
put it in the courtyard because you can't see.
Before anyone else
I got it, I got it.
before anyone else moves, I need to know what Vessel's doing.
I just I was outside of the wall, so I could. I couldn't
Oh,
see
sorry.
anything. I was like, this is the courtyard. Where's everybody at? Okay. So
You're moving there, Vessel?
Yep. Bottom of the
Okay.
stairs.
Alright, so as you move in, I need all three of you. Actually, I need all four of you with the way Danton has moved. Everyone needs to make acrobatics checks. So we're going to start with Danton.
21.
Nice,
Okay.
nice.
Perfect. Hops.
Oh, stupid dialogue. Okay.
Vessel.
Forgot to turn
Shit.
that off, Sean.
And Omri.
Oh no, Vessel.
Mm.
I'm
Wow, okay.
Okay.
Not a dexterous person.
So with this much movement in the courtyard, and everyone moving around, Vessel is doing his meld. Let me get that spell name right. That mold earth, and he's trying to clear out as much as possible, and it's just shifting everything around. And as I explained, like there is just rubble and stone everywhere laid about this place, it's sank into the earth. This place is falling apart. And with this many people in the courtyard moving around, Danton at the door, you look up just in time, Danton. Chunks of the battlements from the tower are starting to fall off, and there are several pieces of stone now dropping into this courtyard and is basically raining tower rocks on you. Everyone, Danton, Sprouting Hops, and Omri, you all are able to get out of the way just in time before the stones hit you in the head.
I watched the rocks hit him, and after the rocks hit him, I'm like, hey, look out.
But Vessel, unfortunately, with all of his bulk, looks up and he's just like, rock, and it crashes around you, and it actually pins you against the ground, and you are unable to move currently. With rolling that low, it actually hits you hard enough, combined with its weight and your weight. It shifts, and actually the floor beneath you gives out, and you fall into a and you fall into this sort of like debris cavity in the courtyard, and there's just this crack of stone and earth going down, and you've slipped and fallen into it, and this rock is on top of you. Let's
Making me sad.
Okay. So you're stuck in this this crevice. Vessel, what are you doing?
I'll mold earth to get it off of me.
Okay. It's actually you're able to do. It's more than the amount that you would be able to shift like with two simultaneous ones. Again, with the combination of the rocks falling off the battlement and the debris falling into the crevice with you, and all the extra debris on top of you like that. There's more than you'd be able to mold earth off of you.
All right, then I will say something fully ridiculous like help, unable to move, help.
So Vessel's
Hey,
stuck.
Vessel, you need help, buddy?
Help.
Alrighty.
Help.
Well, me and the beefy one,
Omri,
Flexible
you are.
Omri,
muscles.
Yeah, you are
moves
within.
to try to take the stuff off of him.
Okay, you don't even have to move. You're within close enough distance to start helping pull the rocks off of them. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Error. Motor receptors offline.
Okay.
13.
All right. So you are able to pull the rocks off of him, and clear out as much of the debris as possible. However, he's about between 5 and 10 feet deep now into the earth. So Vessel, at this point, you're gonna have to do some sort of climb to get back up.
Okay.
Go and give me another athletics check, Vessel. Okay. So Vessel, then, now that he's able to move, it's no problem at all. He's 6'10". All he does is he reaches his arms up and touches the top of and pulls himself up. As Omri and Vessel are handling this, Hops, what are you doing?
Just kind of sitting there watching. Just not much I can
chilling.
do.
Danson, what have you been doing this whole
Cleaning
time?
himself.
Seeing what's under that trap.
Oh,
Since
so you
I'm
do want to do
assuming
that?
debris may have knocked it open. If not, I will do it myself.
Okay.
With some debris.
With everything that you've done and knowing that it's there, it's not difficult. You're able to just kind of put your foot on it and tap it really quick, and it falls open, no problem. So it's about a 10-foot wide, 10-foot deep pit. As mentioned before, you saw through the crack in the stone that there's a 2-foot wide catwalk on the west edge that allows access to the door that leads kind of further down. Give me a perception check.
14.
Okay. You are able to see down into the trap, and you see two small skeletons. One and one goblin body that's been dead for less than a day. You also see one giant rat kind of running back and forth at the bottom of the pit.
Goblins have been through here recently. There's another rat down there. Do I see anything shiny?
With that perception, you are able to see that the goblin corpse has a scimitar and a shield.
Anybody need a sword or a shield?
No.
No.
We move on.
Every time you move through here, a couple more of those stones are trying to fall on you. Just moving through here caused it to happen, but you now know that they're coming, and you're able to kind of more easily dodge them. Not too much of a big deal. And if no one's going to the bottom of the pit, you're able to kind of get to that door. Danton, how are you handling the door?
Check it for treachery.
Ooh. Go ahead and give me a perception or investigation.
22.
22. There does not appear to be any. There doesn't appear to be any traps on this door.
Is it locked?
No, but it's kind of jammed.
Is it strawberry?
Hey, Omri.
Mm.
I am inferior. This door is defeating me, but it won't defeat you because you're the best at things that try to defeat us.
Damn right.
Would you please open this for me as you are superior?
How tall is your character, Tyler?
5'10".
She pats him on the head. No problem, little man.
He moves out of the way.
Okay. So what am I rolling to bust open this door?
You can move up to the door, avoiding the trap, unless you want to fall into the pit.
Yep.
And you can go and give me a strength check.
If I fail this, I will be so disappointed.
It's no problem at all. Omri comes up, flexes once or twice, feels the door. It's jammed, but not a problem at all. She cracks her knuckles, cracks her neck, puts her shoulder into it. Boom! Goes right through the door. At which point, the top of that tower just starts raining debris on all of you.
All right, going through the door.
And with that, if you want to avoid just being covered in debris, you rush into the door and into the tower, just barely avoiding the last few blocks that are about to fall on you. You easily avoid the trap just in time, but you have now officially exited the courtyard and are in the tower of the Sunless Citadel.
Wait.
Oh.
I moved the order and it's still hard to find.
You want me to say it again?
Yes.
And with that, you have exited the courtyard and officially entered the tower of the Sunless Citadel.
Nailed it.
Gasps in Spanish.
And yes, that is where we will end the first session of the Sunless Citadel. Just want to say that was awesome, everybody. Good job. Oakhurst was a lot of fun interacting with them. It'll be a lighter roleplay game overall than some of our other ones, but I still want to have those really cool moments. That's what makes these games special. But you got to the dungeon, you got down the mountain, and you are actually inside the dungeon now. You guys did great. So round of applause
fun.
all around. Perfect. I don't have a witty outro. So I guess I'll just say, make sure, always check for traps. And with that, see you next week.
See you next week.
Thank you.